Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
Welcome to episode 156 of the Shadow Frequency, where we dive into the eerie corners of the unknown, chasing whispers of the paranormal that linger just beyond the veil. I'm Juniper, your producer, and tonight we're stepping into a chilling and controversial tale that blurs the line between history and mystery. Gerrard Williams' claims in Grey Wolf. The escape of Adolf Hitler suggests the unthinkable, that the most infamous figure of the 20th century didn't meet his end in a Berlin bunker but slipped away to Argentina, living in the shadows until 1962. It's a story that sends shivers down the spine, not just for its audacity, but for the dark possibility it raises. Could evil like that evade justice in such a spectral way? Matt, what's got you hooked on this one?
Oh, Juniper, this one's a real mind-bender. The idea that Hitler could have pulled off a vanishing act, living out his days in some remote Patagonian hideout?
All right.
It's like something out of a paranormal thriller, but with real-world stakes. The whispers of Nazi enclaves, secret U-boats, and a dictator dodging death. It's got that creepy vibe we love here at the Shadow Frequency.
Totally. It's like history itself is haunted by this what if. All right, Matt, take us into the shadows. Let's hear about this ghostly escape.
Welcome back, Shadow Frequency listeners, to the unsettling realm where history and the paranormal collide. Tonight, we're unraveling the chilling claims of Gerrard Williams, a British journalist who, in his 2011 book Grey Wolf, The Escape of Adolf Hitler, co-authored with Simon Dunstan, dares to suggest that Adolf Hitler didn't die in that Berlin bunker in 1945. Instead, Williams paints a picture of a meticulously planned escape, a spectral vanishing act that saw Hitler, Eva Braun, and a cadre of Nazi loyalists flee to Argentina, living in secrecy until 1962. Buckle up, because this story feels like it's ripped from the pages of a supernatural conspiracy. According to Williams, the official narrative, Hitler and Eva Braun committing suicide as Soviet forces closed in, is a lie, a carefully crafted illusion. He claims that Hitler, codenamed Grey Wolf, was spirited away by a network of Nazi loyalists, including Martin Bormann, who orchestrated the escape. The plan? A journey involving U-boats, secret routes through Europe, and safe havens in Argentina's remote Patagonia region. Williams cites declassified FBI documents and eyewitness testimonies alleging that Hitler and Braun lived first on a sprawling ranch 18 miles from Bariloche, owned by relatives of Prince Bernhard, before settling in a secluded mansion overlooking Lake Nahuelhuapi, accessible only by boat or seaplane. The isolation, the secrecy, is the kind of setup that feels like a ghost story, with Hitler as the phantom haunting the edges of history. Williams' evidence is what gives this tale its eerie weight. He points to reports from the 1940s and 50s, like those from FBI Chief J. Edgar Hoover, who took sightings of Hitler in South America seriously enough to investigate. There's the 2009 revelation that the skull fragment in Moscow, long thought to be Hitler's, was actually female, casting doubt on the physical evidence of his death. Williams even claims Hitler met with other Nazi fugitives like Ante Pavlich and visited German expatriates like Walter and Ida Eichhorn, whose pro-Nazi sympathies were no secret. The story grows darker with allegations that Juan Perón's government aided these fugitives, and that U.S. intelligence may have turned a blind eye in exchange for Nazi war technology. It's a web of shadows where every detail feels like a cold breath on the back of your neck. Imagine it, a dictator believed dead by the world, living out his days in a hidden enclave, his presence a secret guarded by loyalists and a foreign government. The paranormal vibe comes not just from the audacity of the escape, but from the idea that such a malevolent force could slip through the cracks of justice, lingering like a specter in a world that thought it was rid of him. Williams' book and the 2014 docudrama it inspired leans into this haunting possibility, supported by over 500 detailed notes mapping out escape routes, vehicles, and hideouts. The History Channel's Hunting Hitler series, running from 2015 to 2020, doubled down with Williams as a key figure, chasing clues like a ghost hunter tracking a restless spirit. All right, Juniper, this one's got me feeling like I'm staring into a fog where anything could be lurking. What's your take so far?
Matt, it's creepy as hell.
Right.
The thought of Hitler slipping away like some kind of phantom, living in secret while the world mourned his victims. It's like a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Right.
I'm dying to know more, especially how this holds up under scrutiny.
Oh, we'll get there. There's more to this shadow than meets the eye. Juniper, take us to the break.
Whoa, listeners. How's that for a chilling dive into the unknown? Episode 156 is serving up a paranormal twist on history that's got us all questioning what we thought we knew. Is the gray wolf still out there in the shadows of our past? Or is this just a ghostly tale spun from whispers? Let us know what you think. Like and subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all major podcast directories. Visit shadowfrequencypodcast.com to catch every episode. Leave us a voicemail telling us where you're listening from. We'll feature it in an upcoming show. Check out our new Shadow blog for companion articles to episodes like this one. Grab some cool swag from our store or buy us a coffee to keep the spooky vibes going. Now let's dive into the mailbag where we share your thoughts and stories. I gotta reach over here and hit that button.
It's time for the Shadow Frequency Mailbag.
We've got a great email today from Bill in Boston. Here's what he says. Hey, Juniper and Matt, I'm obsessed with the Shadow Frequency. I listen every week on my commute through the creepy old streets of Boston. Perfect vibe for your spooky stories. I even got one of your shirts, and let me tell you, I love the shirt. And I even got one for my dog, Rufus. He looks like a little paranormal investigator now. Keep up the amazing work. Your episodes make my nights at home feel like I'm exploring haunted history. Thanks, Bill. That's so awesome. And Rufus sounds like the coolest pup in Boston. Keep those messages coming, folks. Email us at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, back to you for the second half.
Welcome back, Shadow Frequency listeners, to the second half of episode 156, where we're peeling back the layers of Gerrard Williams' haunting claim that Adolf Hitler escaped to Argentina. We've already explored the eerie details, the secret U-boats, the hidden Patagonian mansion, the whispers of Nazi loyalists shielding a man the world thought was gone. But as we step deeper into the shadows, let's keep chasing this ghostly trail and see where it leads. Williams' story gets even more unsettling with claims of Hitler's life in Argentina. He and Eva Braun, allegedly pregnant during their escape, are said to have had 2 daughters, living a quiet, almost spectral existence in a Nazi enclave. The book Grey Wolf paints a picture of Hitler meeting with figures like Martin Bormann, who posed as a businessman in Buenos Aires under aliases like Daniel Dupree, all while Juan Perón's government turned a blind eye. The paranormal chill comes from the idea that such a monstrous figure could blend into the world, unnoticed, like a wraith hiding in plain sight. Williams points to FBI files from the 1950s where sightings of Hitler were reported, and even claims that Bormann moved Hitler to an even more remote chalet in 1955 after Perón's overthrow, isolating him as if to keep the ghost of the Führer contained. But here's where the shadows start to flicker with doubt. Historians like Guy Walters have called Williams' theory 2,000% rubbish, pointing out that the evidence is shaky at best. The dental remains of Hitler identified in Soviet archives match his records, and Martin Bormann's death in 1945 was confirmed by DNA in 1978. These facts cast a cold light on the idea of a grand escape. Walters argues the story appeals to conspiracy theorists, weaving a compelling but unverifiable tale that ignores hard evidence like eyewitness accounts from the bunker, where Hitler's suicide was witnessed and his body burned. The paranormal allure of a hidden Hitler is powerful, but the historical record suggests this ghost might just be a mirage. Still, the story lingers like a cold mist. The lack of definitive forensic proof of Hitler's death in 1945, combined with the real history of Nazi fugitives like Adolf Eichmann escaping to Argentina, keeps the possibility alive in the darkest corners of our imagination. Williams' work, whether truth or fiction, taps into that primal fear that evil can slip through our grasp, haunting the world long after it should have been vanquished. And if you're looking for something to pass the time, do a little Google search on the German population of South America. Juniper, this one's got me torn between the creepy what if and the hard truth. What's your take now?
Matt, it's like a ghost story that wants to be true but might just be smoke and mirrors. The idea of Hitler out there, living like some cursed spirit, is terrifying. But that skepticism you threw in makes me wonder if we're chasing shadows.
Right.
Wrap it up for us.
All right, let's close this eerie chapter. Over to you, Juniper.
And that's a wrap on episode 156 of The Shadow Frequency, where we ventured into the chilling claims of Gerrard Williams' Grey Wolf and the haunting possibility that Adolf Hitler escaped to Argentina. Was he a specter hiding in Patagonia? Or is this just a ghostly tale spun from the ashes of history? Thanks for joining us in the shadows, listeners. Head to shadowfrequencypodcast.com to relive this episode. Check out our shadow blog, grab some swag, or leave us a voicemail. We'd love to hear where you're listening from. Until next time, keep your ears tuned to the frequencies of the unknown. Matt, say goodbye.
Stay spooky, everyone.
Good night from the shadows.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.